start.
Well, we're just live. I'm just making sure that
Yeah, that's
everything's
fine.
running.
Did you guys watch the Lakers story on HBO about Magic
No.
Johnson and stuff?
No, I haven't
Super
yet.
good. If y'all are looking for something fun to watch, like it's a super good show. I thought it was fantastic.
I mean,
See, I was alive for most of that, so I saw it that time.
There you go. You're a little bit old. You're a little bit older than me. I was still a little baby at that point.
I remember when Magic announced he had HIV. Everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I think I
remember
was
that.
like probably 5 or 6 at that point. So I had like no idea what that meant. I was like, "Oh, Magic Johnson's gonna die!" Like,
Yeah.
because you don't know.
Yeah. Where's the pastrami? He is. I don't know. We don't know where he is. He could be dead somewhere. We have no idea. He just said, "I'm not around this weekend. See ya," and so just left us to fend for ourselves. So
Yeah.
how nice.
Maybe he's playing Diablo.
No, he's definitely not playing Diablo. That's a guaranteed fact.
What is he doing with his life? Is he like trying to like actually be a normal human being? Like, I don't get this anymore, dude.
Go to somewhere. Who would have normal human beings? What is that like? So.
Normal human being is overrated.
Anyway,
he's out sending out nip slips and leg shots.
Yeah, no shit,
Mr.
man.
Hot Dog Legs himself.
Mr. Hot Dog, hairy hot dog legs, man. Needs to brush them off before he tans them.
100%. All right, are you guys.
I was gonna say somebody drew on your hot dog. You should take it back.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to get going?
Wait, hold on.
We can hear what you're doing. You don't have to.
No, that's better. That's better.
That was fantastic. I wish I had hit recording. I wish I had hit recording. Fuck.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. What happened? What happened? I want to go get a drink. Real quick.
I might go back to the Twitch stream and get that portion and make that.
I just went to go get a drink. I don't know what you guys talking about. What happened?
A smoky drink. Yeah.
There you go. See, now there. That's better.
All right, we're all good. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Vash, joined as always by Chef Crondo as a demon hunter, and Ashley Pastrami is out today. He is being a real person somewhere in the life of, or in the wilderness, enjoying his life. No idea where he is. Hope he's okay. Mr. Hot Dog Legs himself. Joining us this week is from the ANR podcast, DaHuch.
What's up?
And then also friend of the pod and Diablo extraordinaire, Gotaplanstan. How's it going, Stan?
No. I think that's just got Diablo addiction, Stan.
Oh, got Diablo addiction, Stan. Okay.
Yep. His plan is to have an addiction.
And for anyone who is new to the podcast, you can find us on Instagram at og.podcast. Our Twitter is overachieversp. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you get this episode and every episode where we talk about what we're playing, what we're looking forward to, and a little bit of gaming news, as well as you can check us out on twitch.tv/ogpodcast and join our Discord at discord.me/ogpodcast. Pretty much OG Podcast anywhere is where we're at. So for those who don't know and because we haven't had a guest on in a hot minute, Hooch, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, ANR Pod, and all that fun stuff.
ANR Pod, in typical fashion, I believe, like, I've completely forgotten what our links are, but I believe it's discord.me at ANR or whatever.
No different from us.
If you want to get a hold of us, if you want to get a hold of me and us, just hit me up through the OG podcast. I'm always lurking in there, giving Vash crap while he's streaming, and talking shit while the guys are actually doing their own podcast. But so I'm from the Alternate Reality podcast, with me and Hebrew Hammer, also known as Faro and Muggin. A little bit about me. I think the best thing to say about me is I've been working in gaming for the last 22, 23 years, through EA, Warner Brothers, where I'm at now. But I played a lot of mobile games, console games, all sorts of stuff. Hooked up with these guys through a game that must not be named anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't. Yeah, exactly. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about that other thing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the most important stuff about me.
Awesome.
You know what the best thing about that game that we don't talk about anymore is? That I got on Facebook the other day, and there was like a wall of text from their company, just like, "Dear players, we've this new event that we just rolled out. We had a problem where this person was being ranked at this position and this person was being ranked there. So to retroact this, we've decided that in the next wave of..." And I mean, the response was like a beefy response. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how do people still play this?
Yeah,
So,
it's funny because Chef also said he went and watched one of our friend of the pod, Valley Fly, and was still doing it. And him and Mobile Gamer were just complaining about the game nonstop. So not much has changed.
Yeah, I was like,
Not much has changed.
I feel bad, man. Like I don't know, dude. That's gotta like, it's a video game, man. Like you're supposed to have some semblance of fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Remember when Valley Fly interviewed their new creative director?
I don't know if I might have quit before that.
No. This was recent. He came over a couple of months ago.
No. No.
Uh,
I don't know about it at all.
Sean Dugan is their new creative director. Do you know where Sean Dugan came from?
I do not.
Warner Brothers Games. My company.
Oh, so you
my
know him.
team. Yeah, I know him.
Did you let him go?
Well, I don't know if we're necessarily.
Yeah,
let him
we
go.
won't get into those semantics. That's not.
They just
I
see
would say
dollar
you're
signs and
Dochi
ran
pod.
towards MSF.
You know what I would say? I would say he took an opportunity, and I think it's worked
Sure.
out well for both parties.
Understood.
Oh, nice. You know what's funny is I actually terminated my whatever NDA that I had with them, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, whatever, over a year ago. I'm still getting art assets from them. I've notified them about it.
Yeah.
They don't care. So it's kind of funny. Do you remember the whole thing that happened with the leaks or whatever? And there was like this whole like elephant in the room situation where everybody's in this Envoy Discord pointing fingers at each other.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Mhm.
I could think about this, like, prime example. Like, I still get all the insider info a year after, and I asked twice to be taken off of it. Just funny, man. Like,
I mean, I was in the test flight for the longest time
yeah, it's just hilarious to me
until it
I don't know.
expired, which is
Anyways,
like 3 months afterwards.
We have so many
Anyway.
better games to talk about, and we got to hear about.
Yeah, Stan, give
Mr.
us a
Stanley
little
over
bit of background about yourself, please.
I mean, I'm a friend of the pod too. I've been around for a couple years now. The game that won't be named brought me in. I think. Played some other games with you guys along the way. Valor Legends, Dislyte, Diablo most recently. Diablo's really, like, for me, like one of the big games, right? Like, I've
Yeah.
been playing since 1, so like I've been playing these games for like over 2 decades now, and so it's just like this is just perfect for me. So.
Yeah, Stan, did you have any way to like increase your volume on your mic at all? I know you got it close, but I don't know if there's a volume switcher. Might be in the system.
Maybe.
If not, it's all right. I can always boost you in post for the pod.
No, it's cool. I can mess with it now.
By the way,
after my intro.
Not
Don't
to,
switch streams midway.
not
don't
to
switch
interrupt
versus
you.
midstream.
Yeah.
No, that's.
we do
I
love
think
crossing
that was-
streams here, but just not those.
No, I think that's good for my intro. I mean, Diablo's. Let's be real. Diablo is why I'm on today, and looking forward to talking about it. And yeah,
Awesome.
for having me on again.
Yeah, you've been on the pod before, so is Hooch. So we've all, everyone's been here. I don't remember what we were discussing last time. I think it was Valor Legends last time.
Yeah,
we
last
really
time
talked about.
Stan was here, we were talking about Valor Legends, and then that game
Makes sense.
crapped the bed.
Yeah, I stopped playing a while ago too. But
Yeah, me too.
anyway, so the main topic of today is going to be Diablo Immortal. But before we get into Diablo Immortal, we always talk about what we're playing. So I know that's the big topic and discussion for today. But we've also been kind of playing Dislyte in the past. So I know a lot of us we're all pretty much in the same Dislyte clan, the direct or club, whatever it's called. Yeah, club.
Yeah.
Called the Directive. Shout out to Muggin, who's a podcaster with Hooch. They do the Dislyte Directive pod, which is a great podcast, by the way. If anyone who's interested in learning more about Dislyte, we'll link it in the description below for the podcast. So anyone wants to check that out, I'm a subscriber of it. They do some awesome tutorial videos on YouTube as well. Highly recommend checking them out if you're interested in Dislyte, because out of all the gacha games of like the 5v5 stuff, like that game has really taken over as like, a fresh start for me. Is like it's a really interesting way of producing or showcasing a like a gacha game in a 5v5. That's something new. That's something I've never really seen. I know that you guys have probably played Summoner's War. I never played Summoner's War in the past, so it's really interesting. It's interesting to see the new things. Although recently they did have that whole like, hey, we know our pull system is shit, so here is 10 pulls, and then I think everybody on our squad and our club all pulled like the lowest common denominator you can.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Yeah, our polls are shit. Here's 10 more shitty polls. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that doesn't
You
solve
know,
the problem.
and also, so to add on to it, this morning I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw an advertisement for Dislyte, and in the advertisement, dude, it's like the first comment was, I think I've seen better acting in porn. It was so bad, but like the girl walks in, she's like, you know, oh, I can't get past this stage in this dungeon, and your boyfriend has a Ling Yi or whatever. Or what's the 5-star guy with the wings? Do you remember his name? Is it Ling Yi?
With
Li
the
Ling?
with the wing?
Li Ling. Li
Yeah.
Ling.
Yeah.
So like she's like, oh, your boyfriend has a 5-star Li Ling. You think I could borrow it sometime? And she's like, I think I can. And she like sends a text, and then this like Chad dude comes in a business suit, and he's like, I don't only have 5-star Li Ling, I also have 5-star Bernice and 5-star this and that. And everybody's like, oh my god. And they're like, dude, I've never seen
see
a
those.
cheesier. Like,
You haven't seen those ads on Facebook?
I mean,
They're all
I've seen
over
like the
place.
Rise for Kingdoms ones, but this one,
Mhm.
dude, this one actually kind of made me lol. Like, I laughed out loud at this one. Like, I was like, holy shit, this is so bad. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it was so, but I was dying laughing because he goes, yeah, not only that, I got 3 of them for my first 10 pulls, and I got for free. And I was like, get the fuck out of here with that
Yep,
shit.
yep.
Like, that is so far. Like, that was the icing on the cake for the advertisement for me. I was like, no, no way. That's false advertising straight up. Like,
You're like, you can lie about the gameplay, don't lie about the polls.
yeah, but you know that like if somebody were to come at them about it, there is in theory a chance that they can get a like 0.00001% chance they can do it. So like nobody
Yeah.
could really like, you know, contest them for it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
thought that
not a
shit was
lie.
hilarious. That
Yeah,
was so
but-
funny because I mean, the first one I think they give you at least one guaranteed, and then the grief
Yeah.
system after that is
Yeah.
like 90 pulls or something. What was it? It was something ridiculous, right?
No,
It's like
wasn't it? I think it was like
it's like a
120
pity
or
system, not
140.
grief
yeah,
system.
the pity
Pity
system is
system.
like 100. Hey, the pity system was better than Valor Legends. Was it Valor Legends?
No, Summoner's
It
War.
was no. There's
Stan
another
and I
pity
both
system.
played Summoner's War, and that game didn't even have a pity system, and is literally a copycat of what Dislyte is.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I think
Sorry, Dislyte is a copycat of what Summoner's War was. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Summoner's War does have a pity system at this point, but like
Well,
you're still
okay,
playing
that's
it at
fair.
this
I mean,
point.
Yeah. I mean, the game's been around for what, like 6 or 7 years. So,
I think
anyways,
Yeah.
Dislyte's great. I think it's probably one of the better mobile games to come out in a while, like polished wise, balance. Like it's pretty. The one thing I think is weird is there's not a lot of attackers. Like it's mostly supports and controllers,
Yep.
which is interesting. But there's only really like 3 or 4 good attackers, and ironically, I think most of them are 4 stars, which are harder to get than the 5 stars in a
Mhm.
weird, strange way. But yeah, I mean they did one thing I think is better than Summoner's War. Well, a couple things better, and like the access to ability upgrades for the characters is pretty streamlined. Like back when I only say this because my reference to this style of game, because I've been playing mobile games for forever, is Summoner's War, and in that game the biggest paywall was Devilmons, which were the things you had to use to level up your characters, because getting duplicates was so hard to come by in 4 stars and 5 stars, whereas in Dislyte they give you like ability character upgrades like crazy, and I think that's so much better. And the only thing I think I want to complain about is that there's not enough fusion characters. I think you should be able to fuse more characters than just the 2 that they offer you, Fabrice and Gabrielle. Although Gabrielle's sick. Like Gabrielle's like, you must create this character if you're like just starting out. It's
Yeah.
like you're just stupid not to do it. But I mean, I have fun clearing the tower, and you know they're just about to roll out with the club stuff today, right? Like the
yeah,
club
Hollow
battles or whatever.
Battle goes live
Hollow
today.
battles?
Yeah, so if you haven't signed up, if you're listening in our clan live and you're playing, sign up. For
I
it.
haven't.
Do it now.
Hey man, chill out. I gotta sweat out, and I gotta sweat out and like, you know, make sure all my teams have all the relics on them and everything. You know,
Yeah,
can't be acting like a scrub.
but you can.
I'll be a scrub.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
That's fine. I'm really gonna be a scrub. I'm just acting tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you-
I-
So what do you guys think of, like, you know, where the game is going? I know personally, like I mean, I'm really enjoying Dislyte, but I've hit a hard wall of like content
Yeah.
I can do because I just don't have the characters that I need to progress, and I've probably pulled, I don't know, probably 200 spins at this point, and I've just have not gotten, like, I still need Tiger Mom, I still need like a few people. What do you guys think of the Ripple Dimension thing with like you with gating characters behind that. I know Stan, you've essentially
Yeah.
watching chat like there's no
I hate
tomorrow.
it.
I'm in the same boat,
Yeah,
Chef.
it's the same as it was in Summoner's War. It's just that there's more characters now that you need to get from chat than
Yeah.
Summoner's War. And in Summoner's War, it was like you only had to get one of them because there wasn't I forget what the system's called, the resonance or
Yeah.
whatever.
It was
Like
the
that-
same thing as Ripples.
Yeah, but I mean, you only needed to get the light Inagami, but then you could level
Yeah.
it up from any other element worth of Inagami. So it was like you only had to get one, and like in this you got what is it? You got to get 6, right? Like you
Yeah.
got to get 6 copies, which is how many fucking things? I mean, it's so
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
insane.
many. Like it's ridiculous.
It's probably like 40 something Ripple runs, right, in total, I would say. Like it's got to be roughly
No.
around there.
no, well,
More?
I
It's a
would
lot.
guess more, 'cause
It's just like I'm fine
Yeah.
with like having the ripples be there for like dupes if you need to get like those additional things, but having people like released only through ripples through chats or whatever, I think is like
yeah.
I don't know, it's dumb to me. It's super dumb.
I mean, that
I-
is how it was in Summoner's War, though. Like
I
that,
guess.
what Stan's talking about is there was one character in particular, the white. It was like a white wolf, and it was like the best one, and it had this amazing ability that you had to have in your. It's like just one of the most essential units. So everybody went for it. But as he's saying, you only needed to farm one, and then you could finish upgrading it by dumping in the other element of the same like wolf into it. Whereas in this game, you know, you don't have that same option to increase the resonance, which is like the changing the gold star on the character to purple, because there's 6 in total when you make them 6 stars. But
So the question I have though is like, is the issue the fact that the characters are behind that Ripple system, or that they're only unlocked there, or the fact that the only way to access the Ripple system is when you have to basically lurk in chat until somebody hopefully gets it released publicly, or
Yeah.
if you're in the clubs, then you know everybody in the club can announce, hey, this is up. Like I think if it was only in a club thing, a club element, that might make it feel a little better, and it might drive players to be in clubs more.
Yeah,
But because you have that aspect of, you know, the only way in some cases, if you're not in a club or to get more opportunities, is you have to sit in chat and wait until somebody does it. And then of course there's the super limited amount of people that can join in a single Ripple event is like,
yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was gonna touch on is the limited number. Like that's crazy. You gotta have. I remember one day, like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I got this Korean APM going because I got in second into one of the ripples, and it was like the craziest thing. I had to have hit it like the split second it got posted in chat. You gotta like click the shit out of your phone.
Yeah, you got to do mad tapping to get in, and sometimes it's just not.
yeah,
No, it doesn't happen fast enough.
Ain't nobody got time for that. You can't like sit there and like watch chat all day long. I mean, there's been times where like I'm actually watching it, it comes in, I tap it like quickly, and like I'm 4 seconds away from it opening, and I'm like, it's full. I'm like, how the
Yeah.
fuck do people get in this so fast?
Yeah.
Like it's
because
just
I think that's the shitty part about it is I
Yeah.
think the chat's lagging. I think the announcement and the chat is either lagging or it reposts the same person like to a different channel. Like it just I think the whole system is totally convoluted and messed up. Like it's just not good. Poor execution. But the way to solve it is like you were saying, just keep it in the clubs, or I don't know, man. It's just at least pop up with a notification somehow. I don't know. Like that's not enough. Like seeing the comment in the chat is not enough. And even every time that I do see it, it doesn't matter. Like you're saying, I could be sitting here watching this. I could be sitting here watching the chat, and I see it pop up and be like, boom, and it's full already, and it'll say it's been up for like 15 minutes already, and then it just made the announcement. Like
Yeah,
what?
you gotta be watching chat like this. You can't watch chat like you showed, like and
Yeah.
then like that takes too long to get your arm there. You gotta like have your finger on the
It's
screen.
so I don't know, man. I'm good. I don't even know that I need either one of those characters. Like that's the thing. So, but one thing we didn't
the
say about
healers,
the
Oh,
game.
you do. You need them.
yeah.
I mean, I already have Clara, and I've already got
Yeah, you're fine then. See, I don't have her. I don't have any of the like. I'm still rocking Changpu, and that's all I have. And,
Yeah,
like, I don't have any of these
unfortunately,
characters.
like full disclosure, like most people would hate me. I got Tiger Mom and Claro like on the first day, and then I've also pulled like 3 other ones, and my teams are kind of building out to be pretty dope, and I'm having a great time. I I, I feel bad because this the shitty part about these kinds of games, right? Is that there are people out there that are like really trying and you get stuck because you cannot pull that character. I know, man. And it's like the same thing happened to my best friend and I when we played Summoners War. I was over 30 natural 5-stars and he had 2. And this is over like the span of 2 years playing this game. It's infuriating, you know what I mean? And the same thing can happen in this kind of game. And you could be spending money and it'll still be that way. And it's the unnecessary, or I mean not the unnecessary, the evil part of these kinds of games that kind of sucks, but you know.
Yeah, that's why I refuse to spend money in this game, because I think I spent like the $1 to get like the original character and then like the monthly gem thing, and I think that's
the stamina packs are the only things that I would recommend to anybody to spend money on, because the stamina, or even buying gems to replenish your stamina, that's the best value you're going to get out of the game. Buying good gold records, they're awfully priced. I think they're priced at like $2 or $3 a record in theory. Like it's not priced very well at all. And I'm surprised at that because and we didn't say this at the beginning, but Dislyte was made by the same team that did AFK Arena. And in AFK, like I never found the offers to be wildly predatorial or like, you know, like they're usually
always pretty good.
Yeah. But the gold record price in this game is blasphemous, dude. It's terrible.
It's like $2 per or something is what the
it's really bad. Like I think you spend like I think it's like $15 for 7 records. Like if I'm not mistaken, it's a weird number. Like it's an odd number, and it doesn't make any sense to me considering you're gonna put a ×10 pull, but you're gonna put a pack in the store that sells odd numbers of records. Like you're not even selling 10. You know, it's very odd the way that they structured the whole thing. Considering it's from a team that has their shit together, I would expect that kind of nonsense from other game studios, but not from Lilith.
So that was so a little insight into the gaming industry in particular. Like the team that developed the game, the content is not the team that usually dictates what the packs are, right?
Oh,
what's available? That's a whole different. Yeah, that's your typically your product managers.
Right?
Yeah,
not corporate so much, but it's a so basically you've got your developers, you know, with the designers, the engineers, QA, art, whatever. They're making the product, right? But then you've got your project managers or maybe your producers, depends on how the team is constructed, right? What their roles are. They're the ones that are like, oh, hey, we can typically sell this thing because this is what's most marketable based on what players are going to need as they progress. Then they're also going to examine as they play. Like you get all those beta things and stuff like that, where they're like, well, what is it that people need the most? What can we sell it for? And then they set the prices. And then sometimes you have your marketing team that also makes adjustments to what's available or what you're going to push based on, you know, research that they've done as far as, you know, what they feel is going to get the most return in revenue. It's all about, what is it called? ARPU, I think is the acronym they use for it. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but it's just about how much money per user you're getting.
Yeah. So essentially, you're talking about Danny Purry from Mythic Quest is the guy.
Yep. That's exactly it. If you've seen Mythic Quest, Danny Purdy, that's the guy you should hate.
Yeah, and that honestly, that show is phenomenal. If no one's watched that show,
I need to
Apple,
watch it.
It's honestly
hilarious.
it's so good.
Yeah, I need it. I don't have Apple TV, but there's a couple shows that have come out that making me.
It's like super cheap. It's like $5 a month.
Man, what? All right, dude.
You sign up for 1 month.
You'll spend $150 in Diablo Immortal, but yet you won't spend $50 for
priorities,
for a year.
man. Priorities. Okay.
Sign up for 1 month, binge it, and then cancel. Also, did you know, Vash, that the actress who's one of the testers is the voice of Aloy?
Oh, really?
Ashley Birch.
That's awesome. I did not know that. That's funny.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't know it either until all of a sudden, like, somebody pointed that out to me. I was like, oh my God, that is her.
That's great.
Okay. She also does Tiny Tina.
Oh,
that's why that name was familiar. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That game is awesome, by the way. I've been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland, you know, up until Diablo Immortal, because I'm doing nothing but Diablo Immortal lately. And it's I really enjoy Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I didn't realize how much I wanted a Borderlands fantasy game. It is
Did
amazing.
Did you not play Assault on Dragon Keep? From
I did, but like
Okay.
I played it because like it was free on Games Pass or something like that, and I had it, or it was like $5 or something. I can't remember what it was. But like I mean, I played it, but it didn't have the same like Assault on Dragon's Keep. You still like you didn't have like the magical elements of that spells and everything. Like you're just essentially it's like the precursor to Tiny Tina's Wonderland because of the you still have like your main abilities or whatever. But like the overworld, how you like your little bobblehead walking around and doing little stuff, and like that's how they do the mat. Like it's really well done, and I hope they continue to push that out in accordance with the Borderlands teams, because it's a lot of fun, and I'm just like, those games are great because like I feel like I could just hop into them whenever I want, and I'm not feel like I am stressed to finish the game in any point in time. Like it's not a huge time suck. Because I can go in and do a dungeon that takes me 20 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, finish a quest, hop back out. The only issue I have with I think with Borderlands games a lot is the loot comparison process. You're like, ooh, this thing dropped. Is it better or is it worse than what I actually have? I don't know.
Yeah. You end up with a lot of weapons, and you end up spending a lot of time just like being like, man.
Yeah.
And then you get a really good weapon, and you don't want to use it, but it's better than the one you have, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, and then you also have the inventory problem early on, right? Because you have to go through the game to unlock more slots on your character to carry, as well as more slots in your backpack. And you're like, how much loot have I just left behind or broken down that I probably could have, used or something like that along the way if I just had the ability to, equip it rather than having to go, this sucks. I mean, choice is important, especially in a game like this, but like that limit so early on sucks.
Yeah, it was interesting they locked so many of the item slots behind, like, I think it was story progression or something.
Yeah,
like,
level.
My girlfriend, like, and I played through it, and, like, we did, like, as much of the side content as we could while we were going through it. And so we got to, like, max level, and we still had, like, a ring slot and a neck slot or something we hadn't even unlocked yet. It was like,
that stuff.
What is going on here? But
gotta reach a certain point in the story.
It was a fun game. Like it lasted us a long time. Like I think it lasted us like 2 or 3 times more than Strangers of Paradise. And like she'd never played FPS before, and so like this was her intro to it. Like the fantasy part hooked her, and like it really hooked her. Like she really got into it. So it was a good experience. Like she's still trying to get me to play it sometimes, and I'm like, I've kind of moved on already.
I got Diablo's
out.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Doesn't she have a phone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't you have phones?
Oh yeah. She's coming over later today. We're gonna get
Stan's
her
like, I got
all
like
set
3
up on
phones
that.
just for her.
Yeah, I
She can
got.
choose
I got
which
my
one she
phones
wants.
right here.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
amazing. All right. Well,
Be the pusher.
With that, let's dive into Diablo Immortal, because I'm super stoked about this. Also, speaking of, for anyone who's listening, make sure you listen to the end, because I have a little fun activity for us all afterwards at the end of the pod.
Activity.
So, yeah.
No, you can't ask to outbeat anybody on a platinum run. This is not a PlayStation game.
unless it's Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, then Stan wins.
Are you
I'm
gonna
up
take
for
my
that.
challenge? Are you
I'll
gonna
take
take my
that
challenge? I
No.
posted. Did you see the one I posted?
Yeah,
the
the
other day?
retro Elden Ring. Like, what is that even? Like, what platform is that even on?
Retro
Game Boy.
Elden Ring. Oh,
Game
no.
Boy?
Yeah. They made a
fuck?
so like yeah they made a well people making demakes of Souls games is like really popular now. So ever since the person did the Bloodborne one,
It's great.
and yeah, so they did an Elden Ring one on legitimately Game Boy Color.
All right, well, whatever. I'll figure it out. I mean, that's neat. I'll look at it. I mean, I guess I could emulate it on everything. I guess.
kidding,
Well,
dude. We're not doing
before
that.
actually
I don't wanna
before we
lose
get
any more
into
money.
Diablo Immortal, is there anything coming out you guys are really excited about, or something that's come out recently? The only reason why I asked is because I literally just saw something pop up in my Steam notifications that someone's playing V Rising, and I really want to play V Rising. But I got too many other games to play, and also like I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale. I know it's only $20, but I'm gonna just wait till it hits like $14 or something like that, and I'll play it.
I'm playing
No, that's all
everything I
good.
want to play right now. I have like 5 games I'm playing legitimately. I can't take anything else. I'm playing World of Warcraft, Dislyte, Guardians of Claudia, Diablo Immortal, League of Legends. Like
You're tapped out.
I need a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
Sounds like you got 4.
Yeah, no. I do. I'm having a lot of fun right now. It's a good time to be a gamer.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
What about you, Stan? What do you got? Anything coming out that you're looking forward to?
I mean the Sonic game Meech and I've been talking about in Discord looks fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
wow. Like, I don't think I would have ever thought I was saying like a Sonic game is one of the best looking games I've ever seen, but like here we are, because holy shit, that game looks awesome.
I mean, it looks better than some of the Mario games that have been coming out. I mean, it's just because it's on a different platform, right? I mean, obviously they're gonna what are they gonna push it on PlayStation or Xbox?
Sonic?
Did it say? Yeah.
Probably PlayStation.
No, both PlayStation,
Oh.
Xbox. I think
Is it?
I don't think it's PC yet, but I think it's all consoles. Sega is multi-console now, so
Okay.
I saw there's a new Star Ocean game that got announced.
Oh, I used to
I've
play
been
the shit out of that back in the day.
yeah.
See, I played the second one way back on PS1 or PS2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And like that was a fantastic game, and then like I
Oh.
haven't played any of them since, and like the new one looks awesome, and so I want to give that a try. And then like we just had the what was it, the
Yeah, I was just gonna
thing
say the state of
for
play.
Final-
Oh
Yeah,
my
I was
God.
gonna mention that.
Final Fantasy.
Resident Evil
I think-
4. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
the big
oh
one.
yeah, you're in on that one.
can't wait for that. I am sad that it's I was watching it and it's like March 6th or whatever it was, 2023. I'm like, why are you gonna show this to
Oh.
me a full year away? Like,
That's
damn
why
it.
I don't watch those things. The only
I
reason
know,
why I pay
man.
attention to them is because of the podcast.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
I'd be like,
know.
I don't care. It's nothing that's coming out right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they just-
haven't looked at that. I didn't watch that at all. I wanted to watch it. I just like I was in the middle. It's been a long week for work because I'm headed to LA tomorrow to go for Cine Gear. So it's just like I haven't had any time to look into anything. So
Oh, games that I'm excited about. Stray. You basically
Stray looks
run around
dope.
as a
Oh
cat.
yeah, as a cat.
I will
of course.
100% be buying that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm a
think I
cat
got
guy.
that.
Like, definitely trying that out. Trying to
What
think
about
else is
what
there.
about that Ninja Turtles bundle thing that's coming out?
Oh, I have it reserved. I mean, whenever it finally comes out, I'm gonna get it. I mean,
Yeah.
they keep pushing it back apparently.
That's all the existing Ninja Turtles games, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
the
even,
remastered stuff.
even fighting games you've never heard of or seen.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
anything, like that should be.
Oh, I've probably heard and seen of them. might have played one or two here and there, given it a shot, and be like, nope, not playing. This is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna buy. Okay, so they did the trailer for Final Fantasy 16, and I'm gonna be buying it, but I'm not hype about it at all because I'm afraid that the combat system is like 15, and if anybody knows me, they know I have great
Mhm.
disdain for that combat system. So, but I'm gonna go into it with an open mind. I will play it. If it sucks,
Yeah.
I will not play it. Just like I didn't play 15, but
I liked 15, but that was just me.
no, man, a lot of people like 15. My best friend Michael liked it. The thing that got me was like I don't like. Okay, so I'm not really like a fan of those kinds of games where you gotta like mash buttons and get like combos, and you know, like the higher combos you get, like you get like experience increase, and then it like, you know, makes you just want to become like a button mashing crazy person, and it's like that's cool if like that's your kind of game, like by all means. But I've played every single Final Fantasy game ever for the most part, and that is to me was not what a Final Fantasy game was.
right,
But
yeah.
and I understand they got to evolve, and I understand that like they got to come out with something fresh because it is what it is. But no, I'd have been perfectly fine if it was just a normal ass turn-based RPG game. I would have bought it 10 times
Then-
over. But you know,
Now,
Anyways.
did you see that they're gonna remaster 9 next? Like
Oh,
that is
yeah,
that is
yeah.
me super hyped. Like I'm more excited about that than 7, I think. But I'm also
7, I'm not really.
worried, like you're talking about with the 16. I'm also worried about the combat. If they do the combat for 9 remastered, like 7 remastered was better combat than 15, but was it by that much? Like
I hope that they
Like
continue
a
the
little
Strangers of Paradise combat
Yeah.
system. That was
yeah.
awesome.
That was the best
Yeah.
combat. But that also wasn't the same team that made the Final Fantasies either, was it?
yeah,
I don't
no,
think it was.
no. No, unfortunately not. But I mean, it was great. I thought it was honestly. I remember sitting there playing that and thinking to myself, like, I wish this is what 15 was, or even like
Same.
the next game. Like, I hope this is what they do, is something similar to this, because it was good, like
Yeah,
really,
it
really
was
good.
Fun.
You weren't just button mashing, like you actually had like the ability to make decisions on like what you were doing, and based on the situation and what your enemies' weaknesses were, you could do things on the fly. Whereas like when I played 15, I was just like, let me fly off this and then do this like zip line attack over
Yeah,
here,
what
and then
was-
then I gotta get this,
What-
and then you gotta like switch over to this guy and you gotta knock him up in the air, and then you gotta go back over here, and then you gotta zip line over here, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm baked,
What
dude.
was-
I don't want to do this.
The
man.
zip
Like,
lining.
I'm like, I don't want to do this.
What was
Like,
the zip lining shit about? Like, why were we like?
I'm
Why were we
serious, man.
hanging on shit? Like, am I
I'm-
Spider-Man or what the fuck?
I honestly, dude, and like, I don't mean to sound like misogynistic or anything like that, but like when my best friend's girlfriend was getting further in the game faster than me, and like she's not like a true gamer like I am, I started to get really pissed off. And like then she was like getting like massive combos, and I'm like, this is a person that asks her boyfriend to beat bosses in like the Legend of Zelda games for her, like, and I'm like not able to do this, and like it really broke my ego as a gamer, and like I just was like, I'm so over this game, like I'm not doing it. So anyways, with that being said, I hope they take the Stranger of Paradise route. That would be fantastic, instead of the zip lining route.
No zip lines.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't want to
We'll
see
see.
VV
Y'all do-
ziplining. Don't want to see VV ziplining. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That'll be hilarious. All right, so let's hop into the discussion. The topic of the afternoon is.
I don't get to say what I'm excited for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
No,
Sure.
no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, I'm just gonna do a bunch of shameless plugging for my own company. By the
Yeah,
way.
please
Yes,
do.
please.
Please do.
Yeah. So we just finished a alpha for the Multiverses Brawler, like 2v2 mostly fighting game. So I'm super excited about the open beta coming for that in July, because that was a lot of fun. If you're a fan of Smash Brothers,
Oh,
check
is
that
that
out.
the Warner Brothers?
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh,
It looks
yeah,
really
that looks
good.
super good.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
Shaggy goes Super Saiyan.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes, that
Yep.
looks so good.
And
I was
beats
It
the
is.
shit out of Superman.
Yeah. Bugs Bunny
it's-
gets like jacked in the jaw. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, what
yeah.
is this?
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun. As I said, if you like Smash Brothers or that type of platform brawler, check it out. Like we've got the
I don't, but
beta
I have
coming
to
up in
try it
July.
out, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. Like Shaggy went Super Saiyan, dude. I mean, you
Yeah.
had me at that.
Shaggy is
Right.
a good character in the game. That whole Super Saiyan thing
Good.
is actually pretty fun.
Good.
Obviously, then we've got our entire other slate of stuff that got pushed back from like 2020 to 2021, 2022. Gotham Knights being the first one, I think, is probably
Oh, I
going to
saw that
come
on this,
soon.
yeah.
But yeah, that one. And then one of the games we talked about on our pod on Friday night was the announcement of the new Pokemon mainline games that are following in the similar kind of playstyle as Arceus. Like, I might have to buy some more Pokemon or some Pokemon mainline games, which I have never purchased in my life
Why is that?
because I'm older than most people who are fans of Pokemon.
Yep.
But you
Uh,
didn't. So wait, you didn't try like the original
Mm-mm.
blue and
Nope.
yellow when they were, or red
Nope.
and blue.
You got to remember when Pokemon came out, I was of the age where like this shit's for kids, man. Get this shit
Yeah.
out of
Okay.
here.
So I was. I think you're saying that I would think I was like 12 when I played blue. So that would make sense. You were probably in your early 20s, right? At
Yep,
that point,
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
makes
So then it was just like I'm not playing Pokemon, and it
Yeah.
wasn't until Pokemon Go where I was like, wait a minute, there's something with this Pokemon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Arceus, and then Unite, and now I'm like,
Unite got
okay,
me.
maybe I'll have to start paying a little bit more attention. Now plus my kids, I have kids
Yeah.
now, so they play Pokemon too. So you got to speak their language.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's
Yeah,
And
the
then-
trading card game too.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting in the trading card game. There's one more thing that Chef and I talked about earlier, and that's next July, NCAA football comes back.
Ooh. Oh yeah, it's finally
Yep.
coming back, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a few
Finally
years.
coming
Yep. It's been since
Yep.
2014, actually.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's been a minute. Just to double click on the Gotham Knights thing. What's your take on that, Hooch? Because I have, it looks awesome, but like at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like it looks.
I'm in an unfortunate position of I can't talk about it because I've seen it.
I bet, but it's just like I have high hopes for it. I have high hopes for it. So
I'm hopeful. I said I can't go into details.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful.
So do you
for
actually
what
get
I
to like
saw.
play these games yourself, like
Yeah.
before they?
I
come
mean,
out?
I
That's
could.
pretty cool.
Well, I mean, sometimes they'll send out like company wide play tests and things like
Right.
that. Like I saw Multiverses months ago for the first time.
Right.
And so yeah, and every
the
single time if
job.
I get exactly perks the job. If I get the opportunity to add people in, I'll try and send out some codes here and there,
Sure.
depending on like who I know and what their most favorite franchises are.
Yeah,
And
it's your
also
job
because
at the end of the day, man, you got to be careful,
Yeah.
dude.
one of the other
it is what
perks,
it is, dude.
yeah,
It's
it
professional.
is exactly, and it's like I need to make sure like if I give this to somebody, they're not going to violate the NDA for their own benefit, and because that'll screw me over, and it probably won't screw me over, but like
just
I
looks
don't want
bad.
to take that risk. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just looked
That's fair.
yeah.
Sets a bad tone for you when like
Yeah.
the conversation like, hey, do you want to give Hooch the codes to this game? And like, oh man, no, he let that asshole in here that was just like messing shit up. And
I don't know if it goes that deep because like there's so many people that they get involved. The company is so big that they probably wouldn't drill that far down unless it was somebody like a game I was working on in the studio that I was in, maybe. But even then, I think given the position, I still wouldn't be like just throwing codes out there to
Gotcha.
wherever, whoever. Like, as much as I, like the people that listen to the podcast and everything like that, I'm not throwing the codes out there because like of that same thing. I need to keep this close to the vest because I don't want to be that guy that let his kids took a picture of the console that wasn't released and he didn't know about it and then got fired because they shared it online.
yeah,
Right. That's the
Yep.
kind of thing I don't want to happen to me.
Yep.
One other aspect of being in the industry is because I know people at other companies, sometimes I can get access to games before they come out there. So like similarly, if I get stuff like Hebrew wants anything from Riot, right? So anything League of Legends from Riot, if my friends at Riot hook me up, then I'll if I could add him too. I told him I'm priority. If I only get one code, it comes to me. You get nothing.
I mean,
if I get more than one,
my cousin is a game director at Riot, and I don't even get stuff. Like he's family, and I don't even get stuff. So Hebrew, calm your tits, bro. Come on.
Apparently, one of the things that he said about Riot is that I think they keep things very internal in that regard.
100%.
That's like I think probably one of the perks of working at the company is they like are very adamant about playing the games that everybody else is working on, so you get the other insight of developers that are all within the same Riot team. So it kind of like cultivates a more cohesive environment. And I was like, it's such a dope idea. Like, honestly.
It's a level of ownership that everybody in the project, in the company, shares a vision and is able to keep moving towards that vision and supporting one another. Too many times you get these studios or games development studios or companies that have multiple projects where it's adversarial. EA, I'm looking at you. Where
it's
like
they pit one team against another to say like,
incentive based.
Better.
It's incentive based. If you do better, whoever does the best then gets more of a bonus, so that you're not collaborating, and that's bad for the company overall.
That's very corporate and small-minded.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm done.
All right, so
Diablo
Immortal. I'm gonna let Stan kick it off on this one because he's hasn't had much of a chance to talk about stuff. But
Hooch and I hijacked the conversation.
It's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It happens every pod. It's okay. It's fine. But let's talk. Stan, give us your initial impressions of Diablo because you're already 60 and you're already like Paragon like 1200 or something like that. I don't know. No, you're like Paragon like 6. So
6 or 7. Or
what's your hot take on how this compares to like all the other Diablo games that are out there?
So I think coming in like we all know how the initial like unveiling of the game went and stuff, and it was like the worst thing that's maybe happened in I don't know how long, like in terms of gaming announcements, but so I think over the years I haven't had much expectations, but like the timing's working out, and I don't know if it was because of COVID or what, but like the timing's working out great for it to like be like a gap bridger between like 2R and 4.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like for anybody who wants like plays the entire series. And so like for me that's working out perfectly because like I've played 2R a bit and stuff. I'm not trying to platinum it like you've asked, but
It's a long process.
yeah, like and I'm still like messing around with like 3 each season a bit depending on what the seasonal stuff is and that's fun, but like it's so much just because the gameplay is fun. Like the actual activities, it's like do some regular Fs, now do some greater Fs, do some regular Fs, now do some greater Fs, and it's like so stupidly dumbed down and like simplistic that like I think most, if not everybody, that like has been playing 3 like consistently, like Immortal is just a breath of fresh air because there's just so many more things to do. There's so many more things that you have to do to like progress and to make your character stronger. Um, I mean, so like in terms of like the systems involved in Immortal, like I think there's so many different activities and stuff in the game, and this is just on launch. Like even compared to 3, I think like in terms of depth, this is the best Diablo we've seen, like easily.
Have you done the
And
raids yet?
I mean, there's that's that one that we had to do.
Last Soul.
What Lasso, yeah,
Yeah.
which is fun. Have you done that one yet, Chef?
No, no, no. I unlocked it last night, but I didn't. I
Okay,
haven't done it yet.
so maybe we can get you in that today or tomorrow or something. And
Yeah.
I think that's a really good sneak preview. I hope it is to like future stuff we're gonna get. I know there's a second raid that I think might be in the game now. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anybody. I know there's like a thing in the battle pass for completing it for like quests or something. Um,
Yeah, the character
but
starts with a V or something like that.
yeah, something different and it's a longer name, I think. But I mean, someone in Discord, and it might have even been one of you guys. I don't remember. Was like surprised when we did that fight for them yesterday, Vash, and they were like, "I thought it was going to be like an MMO raid. Like I thought it was going to be more than just a fight." So I mean, there's probably demand for that. Like it would be cool to see if they put like an actual like MMO raid in there where we have to clear through some trash, maybe fight a boss or two, and then like before we get to like the main like the final
That's kind of what the
boss at the
dungeons
end.
are like. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
session
but like,
time is the thing that you have to keep track of. Like how long do they want you to dedicate to each play session?
mhm.
right.
Yeah, but I mean, like they could add like a 30-minute raid or something, and like I don't think that would detract from it at all because there's already stuff in the game that takes less time too, so players have options. Like an Elder Rift, you could go in and do, and that would take that like both of the rifts in the game I think have 10-minute timers, don't they? So I mean that's perfect for people who just don't have as much time to play. So
Yeah, but I think if you get into a point where like you're gonna put that much time into something, you're gonna have high level rewards behind it, and then players who don't have that time are gonna
yeah,
be frustrated because they don't have that time. I get, I like the, I mean,
yeah,
if I was in a similar situation where it was like, but I want to play more, I want to play longer, I want to do something that's bigger, right? You know, that's great. But I think what might work is if you do a thing like that and then there's a goal that you can get either through doing that dungeon, or maybe it takes longer through several shorter sessions or something, and
sure.
then both players can have an equal opportunity at the thing. It's just like this team, they have the time, they can go to it. Time is what really is the biggest currency right now, right?
Yeah, and maybe they could even make it available via PvP too. That would give players another option as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the more of the PvP aspect of the game is going to be, like the whole Shadow versus Immortals, because we haven't really seen anything of that yet. I mean, it's literally been only out for like 6 days at this point. So,
Yeah.
it,
Damn,
it,
it's been 6 days.
yeah, the 31st is when it launched a day early. So
That's
Yeah.
right.
no, it
Yeah.
launched on the first. Sorry,
2 days.
Yeah, first.
Now, was it the
yeah,
first
the
or the
first,
31st?
yeah, because it's supposed to come out the
First,
second,
yeah.
and it came, so it's only been out
Yeah.
5 days. But yeah, so I'm curious to see what the PvP aspect of it, the actual like battleground portion of it is very much like Overwatch in my opinion, and how like you're pitted against, like you have to like attack these 2 or 3 points. Once you take all those points down, then you have to escort like someone to like the crystal, and then kill the crystal or whatever. So it's very reminiscent of like what people are used to. But I'm curious to see if like, how that evolves, and I really can see that being a bottleneck for a lot of people for pay to win, because people could just dominate with everything. But there really isn't a ton of things that you can buy that makes it pay to win, because right now it's like you can get a battle pass, which I finally broke down and bought the battle pass yesterday. I was waiting for it, but I'm level 19 on the battle pass right now.
Dude,
so
come on, man. You get a lot of good stuff from it, man.
You do get a lot of good
really
stuff,
good
and
value.
it's like $10, and it's fine. I mean, like, look, I've spent a lot of money on a lot of games I've never played in the past, so it's just like I don't find it too egregious to be like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll spend $10 on a battle pass, and then Chef's like, oh, I got these $5 offers. I'm gonna buy all these $5. Like, and I'm like, now he's got me thinking about, oh, the $5 offers now, are they decently?
Yeah, but those are like one-time offers. I'm telling you, the ones that are a bad buy are the ones I was looking at yesterday when the three of us were sitting there talking, and it's like $25 for 3 legendary crests and a legendary gem, and then like 300 of the like whatever the in-game currency is. It's an awful value, and then you spend like 12 or $15 more, and all you get is one additional legendary gem. So I mean, I've seen a lot of, I don't know if you've watch Asmongold or, have seen like his over the top dramatic videos about the like, terrible offers and predatoriness of the game and all that crap. But, they're saying that it's like, one of the worst pay to win games in the history of pay to win gaming. And like, I just don't feel that way.
I don't
man.
feel
Like,
that way.
I don't know. Like, maybe I just don't care that much about being like the number one in the world, and like I really sincerely feel like some of these people have like mental illnesses, and it's like it's come a slippery slope because it's not about gaming, it's about like I gotta be the number one, and it's like, okay, that's cool when you're talking about skill, but like that just means you just spent more money than everybody else. Like that's not like that big of a deal, right? Like, but what are they spending their money on is my question, and I think it's legendary gems.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
think
all
that's the
circling
only
around the
thing.
legendary gems, which is crazy to me that they hold that much value, because I'm still like only level 40, and I have a bunch of legendary gems, but like, do you guys think that like they're that powerful? I mean,
Yes.
They can be, yeah.
They can essentially change exactly how things function. Like legendary gear plus legendary gems is like, it's legendary to be honest. It's just, it really does change. Sorry for the bad pun, but it really does change like how the style of the game and your gameplay functions. Like it's wild to see that that aspect of it, because like I'm just going through like different builds and whatnot for my Crusader, and because I have
Crusaders?
I have a solo build, and then I have a group build, and the group build is fucking awesome. Like we can take down bosses in like 5 seconds with my group build, because you're just doing you're doing Holy Banner, which essentially it makes everyone crit 100% of the time for 10 seconds or 5 seconds, and you just can really just like hammer home a lot of crazy offense. But like there's a lot of things like, if you have this legendary gem in there, it like changes your it adds like additional multipliers. It adds like a reflect to something that has like, it's supposed to just provide immunity from damage, but then it just like reflects damage back to it. So like I don't necessarily see it being huge for PvE. You can get everything if you're patient, and like as with all these mobile gacha games, like time is your biggest currency. So I if everyone's patient enough, you can definitely get every single thing that's in the game. You just money unlocks it faster, as with all these mobile games. So I don't see it being a huge like, oh my god, this is the worst pay to win game in the world. I think there's another game out there that is way worse that we've all played that's pay to win. But I don't see it being that bad of a thing, to be completely honest. I haven't hit there has not been a point in the game where I've said, oh my god, I cannot further myself anymore. I need to open my wallet to get past this thing, to get better pulls or get better gear or get whatever. Like I'm about to hit level 60, and then maybe that changes once you hit level 60 and start getting into Paragon stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely been times where like I can't progress because of how crazy difficult things are. Like Stan and I did a bunch of challenge rifts yesterday. Like we were going through all the way up to like level 16. We cleared level 16 fine, but then we were like, oh, let's try 19, and we just got our asses kicked. So like maybe that's where it ends up, but like I'm perfectly fine just running like the challenge rifts that I could do. Like I don't need to be like I need to be world first to hit challenge rift 200. Like I don't fucking care.
Mufi
But that's the
Boo
big thing.
says, hold on. So she says,
Yeah.
Vash, did you see, or he says, Vash, did you see the guy that did the math to get the best gear? It's a minimum of $50,000, and that would take around 3 to 4 years to get.
I don't believe that. I honestly I don't believe that.
Well, hold on
and
a second though.
Even if it's true though, like who cares? Like we're having fun and we've spent
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
$10.
Yeah, like,
Right.
yeah, that's the problem. Is everybody's like, well, it'll take this long to get. Well, like, I mean, are you playing the game to beat it in 6 days and be like, okay, I'm done, I don't want to play, or you want something that you're going to be playing for a while,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, especially with Diablo, right? The way Diablo breaks down is you're supposed to be playing the game for a while. It's the loot game. Like you're making incremental progress based on small pieces of loot that you get that gives your character a small bonus to get you past that next level of the Rift challenge or whatever it is. That's what Diablo is about. That's what it's. I mean, and
it's about
and
loot
for people
grinding for months and years on end.
Yeah.
I mean, I played
Exactly.
Diablo 2 for what, like over a decade now, like 15 years or something.
I think
Exactly.
people just don't get it. I think
Yeah.
today's like modern
Instant
gaming culture, if they
gratification.
yep, like
Yeah,
people
instant
just
gratification.
it's just a weird I don't know, which is it's.
I find it
yeah.
funny that there's such a level of competition from a generation that just got participation trophies.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a good
Got
way
him.
of putting
That's
it.
a really good way of putting it, man.
Got him.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it for sure.
It's like
Yeah.
you basically got credit for showing up. But like, so going back to what Vash was saying about like how legendaries drastically change your play style, I love the fact that they have suggested builds that you can explore in the game. That is like,
Yeah.
so there are so many great quality of life things within this game that make your play more comfortable and less aggravating in the sense that you're not spending more time outside of the game trying to do research on shit. It's
Right.
like, yeah, sure, we'll guide you to the next spot that you have to go to automatically. That's fine. I mean, we're not playing the game for you. We're just taking you there, right?
Yeah.
Go
That
ahead.
is one
Then-
good thing, man. It's not an AFK farmer. I really like
Yeah.
that, and that
Yeah.
they
Me too.
because that's the like the Black Desert Online. Like, oh, and I love those kinds of games. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like I wanted this to be different from those kinds of games because I already have been playing those for a while, and you get bored of them after a while because it becomes a AFK simulator.
Yeah.
And you're not actually playing the game. Whereas
Yeah.
this one, like you said, and not only that, you have to for the zones, you actually have to get to a certain point in the quest line
Yep.
to
Yep.
be able to actually auto around for the bounties in that
Yep.
zone. So like they don't just let you automatically walk around inside of there immediately with
Yeah.
the auto follow, which is actually pretty or auto walk, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say I've been playing the PC version primarily, and
Mhm.
you could we were talking about this year. You can definitely tell that the PC version was a late addition.
Oh, they've said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
It's just you can really tell, and I don't understand why people are bitching and moaning about it. I think it's great for what it is. I do notice, like I was playing in bed last night for a while on my phone for the first time I like really cut into it, and the game plays so much better on the phone, like
Yeah,
so much better.
Yeah.
But-
it
and
looks better,
especially-
it plays smoother.
Yeah, especially in combat, like as a demon hunter, like I notice a lot of times I'll be like auto shooting, and my
Mhm.
character will be just like shooting off into the void. Like it'll literally turn the opposite direction of the enemies and just fire arrows in the wrong direction. Same thing with like when I press the abilities. Generally speaking, on the phone, it'll auto aim that towards the pack of enemies, whereas in the PC, like I have to actually aim it in the right direction because it'll literally point it in the cardinal opposite direction of where the enemies are every single time. So which I don't care because this is open beta in the top right corner of the game when I log in. Like
Mhm.
I expect those kinds of things to be like that's part of it, right? So I know they're gonna fix it after a while. And as the days have gone along, like I've noticed the PC client plays a little bit better every single day. So I don't know if they're hot fixing a lot of things as time goes on, or if the system's just caching itself as people play it more and more. But it's definitely getting better, and I like it. I think it's freaking great. I mean, it's kind of better than, I don't want to say it's better than D2 Remake. That's not really the right way to put it. It's a completely different style of game.
It is. I mean, I have easily 200 hours in D2R at this point.
Yeah.
And so because I'm trying to platinum that game, and it's taken a long time.
Yeah.
So it's like I've played it a lot, which is why I went Crusader, because I was like, I'm just gonna do as much AOE as possible, because that's essentially what I'm trying to do right now with my Paladin on D2R. And so like it's definitely it's not the same comparison. It's the same game, it's the same brand, but it's completely two different products. It's like saying that, like, you know, the Gap shirts are way better than the Gap pants. Like they're the same brand, but they're like completely different things in that what you're looking for. So it's not fair to compare the two.
I also, it kind of feels like a Diablo MMO in a weird way. Like I don't know, Diablo 3 did not have the same. It's a different spin on Diablo 3 for sure, but it's a mobile game.
Yeah.
In a kind of like in an MMO universe, sort of. So like there's like a town center, which is West March.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing dungeons together. Like for all intents and purposes, like it is an MMO game, just minus the like paid subscription. It's optional, but I don't know, man. It's pretty much the closest thing we're gonna get to a Diablo MMO for a while. So
yeah, and I really hope that
if
this is any inclination to how 4 is going to go with like raids and because they've hinted at, like, you know, this is more of an open world. You see other players and everything like that. So I'm hoping that this is a thing. But like Pharaoh had a really good and interesting point that I wanted to kind of touch on with the group here is. And Stan, you can correct me because you were in that group as well. We were talking about, it's like, okay, so if you have this thing here that people are, you know, they're ideally Diablo Immortal is going to go on for years to come, and that's, you know, they're putting all this time and resources and energy behind it to put it there. What's the point of building Diablo 4 if they're like, you know, if it's going to be roughly the same concept, the same idea from a different player base? Now, I know there's like mobile is a completely different market and targeting audience from Diablo 4, because Diablo 4 is more hardcore PC users, hardcore Diablo fans, and totally different concepts and everything like that. But what if they put like a lot of the same microtransactions in there, because it is Activision after all, and it's not necessarily just Blizzard. So what do you guys think about like the differences of how you potentially see Diablo 4 versus what Diablo Immortal is right now? Granted, we don't know what Diablo 4 looks like, but just thinking ahead and like perceptualizing.
I mean, for me, the biggest thing is the story, right? Like, because I've been here since 1. Like for me, Immortal is actually cool because of the story. Like, I didn't skip any cutscenes in any of the game, like playing through the story. So, I mean, for like I said earlier, like Immortal for me is like a time sink in between 2R and 4. Like when 4 comes out, like I can't see myself playing Immortal anymore, and so that's. I mean, maybe I will. Like, if you guys are still playing it, maybe I will. I don't know, but like, I can't imagine you guys not playing 4 either.
Oh yeah.
So like, I feel like I'm gonna be playing 4 with you guys instead of Immortal with you guys, which, you know, and like it's just gonna be like everything that Immortal is, only better, right? Like, because we're gonna have dedicated like console, like next gen graphics and load times and all the stuff, all the bells and whistles that we don't have in Immortal, which to be fair isn't that many things, but those are things we don't have. And like maybe if we don't get like the real MMO raids that we were mentioning earlier in Immortal, maybe we'll get them in 4.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, so.
No, that's.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say that's a very good point. Like that's the thing I was going to mention was like all of the stuff that you're seeing in Immortal that lends to a shorter time of play or requirement to play is now removed when you get to Diablo 4. They can expect that you can sit there for, you know, half hour, 40 minutes or whatever to complete content. And some of the like the creature comforts or quality of life things can also be not necessarily removed, but adjusted to where player engagement and involvement is something that becomes greater. They can basically expand on everything because it is just an upfront cost, and then the expectation is that I'm paying to play this game for a long time. I want to play for an hour or two plus at a time. Plus, it's gonna look better. Right?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. I mean, on the
Cool.
phone,
It's cool as
Oh
shit,
man,
dude.
it looks
Yeah.
so good.
The
It looks
sound
phone
is
it
good,
good.
man. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
just a great fucking game, man. Like, okay, so like when you go on the Facebook groups, people are just bitching and moaning about the game, like left and right, and they're not complaining about the graphics, the gameplay, the storyline. They're all complaining about this game's pay to win, and I'm like, dude, like this is actually a sick game. Like because of people like you, developers are going to be deterred from making good games like this if just everybody just whines and complains about this stuff. Well, not really actually, because the money speaks more for itself, but which I'm sure they're making a killing on this game. But
Yeah, I mean, it does factor in. Like people want to make games just so people shit on them for stupid
I
reasons.
get, yeah, I seriously, dude. Like, it's so stupid to me that people are whining about this game. It's free. If you don't like it, go play some other shit, dude. Like, it's free. Nobody is at,
Yeah.
like, you are picking up your, okay, you have free time. You're picking up your phone, say, I want to download this game and play it. No, they're not holding a gun to your head and saying, like, what do you think of this shit, son? Like, like, you're logging in and playing it. Like, go play something else. There's a bajillion games to play. Like, why does everybody have to cry about it? Like, it's so, I get so annoyed with how, like, every game, it's like somebody's got to break out the white picket fence and start, like, roasting everybody ablaze. Like, it's just a video game, bro. Calm down. Like,
I think the best one I heard was that like all the microtransactions in Immortal were being used to fund 4. Right.
And also, like we talked about before.
they're not even the same.
Yeah, but the
Exactly.
the microtransactions aren't really that egregious, in my opinion. Like I said, like there's nothing that's been like, oh my god, I have to open my wallet to get past everything.
If we log into Marvel Strike Force, okay, I swear to God, within the first 5 minutes.
Wait, if we log into what?
If we log into a game with Marvel characters that's a 5v5 arena style RPG game, all right, you will log in within the first
that
5
exists?
minutes. Yes, it exists.
Surprisingly.
And let me tell you, it sounds like a great idea, right?
You may know some people who work on
Does
it,
it
Hooch.
though?
Yeah. So, anyways, if you log into this game, if you choose to hate yourself like this, and you log into this game, you will be asked within the first 5 minutes to spend anywhere from $50 to $100 for a squad of characters that will become trivial within the first day and a half of that game. Okay, so when I played Diablo Immortal, I didn't get a single pop-up, dude. I didn't even get a pop-up for the Battle Pass, okay? And I don't know if it's different on the phone, but on the computer, I didn't get a single pop-up. I didn't get one for King Leoric's offer. I didn't get one for the Fafnir offer. None of them. I had to go into the shop and buy them myself. And I was over here like, man, I put aside money. Like, I want to spend money on this game. Like, where are the offers at? So I'm
That
just
might have been a
saying,
PC
like,
thing.
yeah, I definitely think it was a PC thing. Regardless, like, it did not seem to me like I've seen Predator. Dude, I had played the Star Trek game, one of the worst games ever, because I was trying to get free gems for the Disney game or whatever. And they had this like, affiliate thing where if you get to level 20 and you build this thing, you'll get 6,000 gems in the Disney game. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get 6,000 gems. Holy crap, man! Like, that game's made by Netmarble, I think that, or NetEase or something like that. Dude, that game was a pile of shit, and like, you would see people getting $99 offers for, like, you can build a ship that looks like a pixel on a map. I don't even know what you're paying for. And at least in Diablo, if I get something I'm paying for, it's like I can buy a cosmetic set that makes me look like this flaming god of
Right.
awesomeness. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like
Yeah.
that to me is at least, I don't know, man. Like, and that's not even $100. I was like, I think it costs like $10-15 to get that. So, like, I'll do that all
And-
day.
And the monthly battle pass that you get a cosmetic from at the last level.
Yeah.
$5. $5
Yeah.
freaking bucks. Like, that's what people are complaining about.
And it's a pretty
Not
good
only
looking
that-
cosmetic too.
Yeah.
Not only that, they did a really good job of incorporating the battle pass into the daily gameplay to where, like, you don't just get benefits for strictly the battle pass. Like, you get EXP for your character.
Yeah, that's
And-
awesome. That's the best way to
Yeah.
level in the game is to do
It
the battle
really
pass
is.
stuff. Even you can
Yeah.
do it free. And
I
honestly,
mean, they did that
yeah.
intentionally, if you ask me.
I
but-
know, but still, like that's
Yeah,
a
totally
great way to
System.
incentivize people.
It's not that bad. And if you think about it, right? Like I saw people talking about. Somebody said this in the chat, and I was like reading the dumpster fire of the toxic chat. But this guy's like, if you think about it, you pay $15 a month for a WoW subscription. This is $5. Like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? To play a game that you're spending hours playing, like you can't even spend $5 on it. Like what kind of broke ass are you? Like, and I understand you. Hey, times is rough, man. There's people that can't even afford $5. I understand that, and I feel
that's a
for
gallon
them.
of gas in some places.
Hey man,
Actually,
hey
not
dude,
quite
like,
a gallon.
$7 in California.
You know, like,
$7 in California.
hey, you know, it is what it is, and I know that there are situations like that for people, and you know, it's unfortunate, but you know,
Yeah, but
let's
keep it real though. These are the same people that are gonna buy 4 and then shit all over it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're gonna spend
dude.
$60 to $100 on 4.
Oh, they're gonna spend 100 or 120 on the highest
on the collector's
quality
edition.
I'll
Yeah.
get the collector's edition 100%.
Yep.
I did that with 3. I think I'm gonna have to with 4, aren't I?
Oh, of course, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Great
Depends
game.
what comes with it.
I'm glad that they took a long time to like smooth out whatever it is that they were smoothing out, because I really don't. I mean, compared to the Diablo 3 launch or even the D2R launch, like this game was smooth as
it's been
F.
that's
like,
that's definitely double click on that, because there's things. Sorry, that's a tech term that I loathe.
Let's double
but
click
I still
on
do
that.
It. Yeah, it's after I've worked in tech for the last year, dude. It's like it's something
it's okay.
people
We
say.
all have. Mine's
we
robust.
all get it though.
I hate when people are like, "Oh yes, this has a robust list of integrations" or something. I'm like, just say it has a lot of integrations. Damn it.
We just take it offline.
Take
it off.
Yeah,
just
take it offline. Just take it offline.
Should we just go into like? We're just gonna get into like how
Should we go to
everything
a
works for
breakout
Slack.
room? Should we go into a breakout room?
Yeah.
Mm.
Just ping me. Just ping me. Just ping me. Ping me later.
Yeah.
No, but fuck. What was I talking about now? I don't remember.
I don't know. Let's circle back
the
on
launch. The launch. Let's circle back
Do
on
not.
it. Yes.
Clicking.
Do not even go there. Yeah, the launch aspect of it was smooth. There's no queues. There was no wait times. Even though it launched a day early, there was like no server maintenance. There's nothing crazy happening. Like everything played. There's no like rubber banding, no lag spikes, no nothing. There's been a handful of things of like that's kind of just like weird, from like audio dropping out for dungeons and whatnot, because there's probably a lot
On the
of people.
phone or PC?
I'm talking about on the phone. But I'm giving the PC a pass because it says beta. They've said many times this is a last minute idea and thought process. We did not expect to do this, but we saw the opportunity to do this. And like just say like Stan and I talked about this, like controller support out of the gate works perfectly. Like I have this guy, which is a backbone, which is fantastic to use, and it works great for this. I can also plug this in. Yeah, there you go. I can also plug this into my computer and use this as a controller, like on the actual PC itself. I'm using my old PS4 controllers on my iPad. Like between everything, like there's crossplay support. You could do like we all have so many. Like there's crossplay support.
Except for me, the guy I don't have any of them over
Chef's the scrub.
PC.
Yeah, so you can use a PS5, you can use a PS4 controller, you could probably use a PS3 controller if you really wanted to. Like there's all Switch controller. You can literally use all these different things, and it's all available day one. And like a lot of people,
there you go.
Roll through all our controllers.
A lot of people have been like. Especially a lot of stuff on Reddit that I've been seeing on the Diablo subreddit. I'm saying like, I was like, there's a lot of good stuff, but I just want to shit on the game and talk about the bad stuff. Like, well, list the good stuff. List the stuff you like saying, because like you can't just have a biased opinion about something just because you have this thing. And also like, and then I've said it a million times, like in terms of microtransactions and for mobile gaming, like this is not that bad. Like for people, if anyone has played a mobile game in the last 5 years, they all know that like there's all these things that happen, and it's super money hungry, and they just want to get a cash cow out of it. Like in reality, like I think that they're doing things smart and pricing things out well, and that it's just going to be they're trying to make it for people who want to spend, the whales in the around who want to like spend money to get stuff because they have money outside, more money than God or whatever. They're able to do so. But for this stuff, it's like I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm super stoked about where this is going and how this is playing out. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my rant box now.
No, I mean you have very valid points. Like one of the things, like also from a technical perspective, is I'm on the West Coast playing on an East Coast server, and I've yet to feel significant or any lag. It feels like it's good, right? I was concerned about that. seems like it's working pretty well.
Okay, I do have one complaint. I wish warbands had more
Yeah.
slots. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand the dynamic of, here I am with my controller in my hand. I understand the dynamic of like the clans versus the warbands. Like I'm sure they're in the grand scheme of things, like there's more, like there will be more fleshed out with this as time goes on, but like on the launch, like it seems like the warbands are more important than the clans, and I don't get what the clan is for because I don't have any interaction with people yet. But
I think once we get the Shadow and Immortal thing unlocked for the clan, maybe that'll start to change a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's when the clans
okay.
will become a bigger thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I think I also agree with you, though, on the size of the warband. Like, I feel like that would have been cooler. Because, we have 8-player raid content. It would have been cool if they would have had, like, warband size of, like, 16 or 12 or 14 or something.
Yeah,
So,
at least give you room for bench players
Inactives.
or alternates
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
like friends of friends or something.
I haven't even dived into alternate characters. I just picked one. So have you guys played any alts at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I heard that at some point though they're going to offer the ability to change your main character's class.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. You can do that
Yeah,
in
nice.
the you can do that in the game Guardians of Claudia that I'm playing, because they just released
Okay.
a new one, the gunner, and I was a rogue and I paid like $20 to switch to a gunner, and it was so worth it. So I think that's like a thing that they're doing in these modern games now, is they're giving people the option of switching, because if you spend so much money and time invested in a class and you don't like it, it's like you would rather switch to another class that you could enjoy than for you to like, oh god, I got to make another alt. Like, no, I'm just gonna
I
quit
gotta
this
start all
game
over.
because like I have all this money invested. It's actually yeah, I don't know, like I'm sure older players, that are nostalgic or prefer the old school approach would be like, man, it's cheating or it's stupid, but I kind of think it's genius because it,
We talk about money being the currency or time being the currency.
yeah,
That's what you're
exactly. Yeah,
that's basically what you're investing in.
I was gonna quit the game, and because I was pissed. I was like, the rogue is awful in this game, and everybody said it was supposed to be good. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about Guardians of Claudia, not Diablo. And then somebody was like, oh, you can switch class. I'm like, oh shit, thank God, it like saved the game for me. So that would be cool, because I'm sure there's people out there that like Charlie was just saying, like he started as this, but what if he didn't like that and he invested like 60 hours playing it? It's like, man, I don't want to do this all over again. Oh, I can just spend in-game
Stop over.
currency and switch over to a barbarian or a wizard or something. Like, dope.
Yeah, because I'm sure they're definitely gonna be balancing stuff. Because right now, it's Stan and I were talking about yesterday. It was like, wizard right now is ultimately like, or fundamentally like the worst class in Diablo Immortal right
That's how
now.
it was when Diablo 3 launched too.
So
Yeah.
seeing that, I'm curious as to I like that idea of being able to switch classes, because that's it goes along that line of, yes, I have all this time and money and energy invested into it, and like that's why I was asking the question, because like, should I start working on a wizard? Like, what do I like? Because now I can get my Paragon levels. I'm curious, like, are there any things that you think are things shared? Like, do you have the currency shared between characters? Like, is the stash
currency is
shared between
the currency
characters?
is shared. I don't know about the stash, but you do start so on my Necromancer, I unlocked the battle pass on my Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
The battle pass, when I unlocked it, was level 1, and I was able to complete the levels on my alternate character as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you can
So-
get those like level
Sure.
10 when you get like the unique legendary items that you can unlock those per each character then.
Did you?
As far as I know, yeah, but like I only hit level 2 on my Necromancer on the battle pass, because I haven't spent a lot of time on it. But
go start that up right now.
yeah, I'm pretty. I mean, I would like for somebody to tell me if I'm wrong, or because like my initial thought was like, oh man, am I gonna have to? Because I started the Demon Hunter to play with my best friend, and then he couldn't log on, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna start a Necromancer because that's what I want to play by myself. So I started leveling, unlocked the battle pass, and my Demon Hunter started out. I was already level 5 on the battle pass, and the Necro was level 1, and I collected the level 1 rewards. So I was like, I didn't have to buy it again. Like I thought for sure I was gonna have to unlock it again, which I was gonna do it because it's $5. It's not a big deal to me. So I was gonna do it again, and I'm like, oh, sweet. Like I didn't have to do it, But I'm sure the boon, the daily login calendar, I don't know if that one rolls over to the other characters or not. I haven't checked that one.
I would
yet.
assume not, but who knows?
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty badass, and not
I'll be
only
right
that, that's just basically gonna like push people to want to make alts and do more characters, and I mean people like Stan over there are gonna basically have like every class at level 60 with battle pass 900 maxed out. So
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking about that because like if my girlfriend does get started playing today, like am I gonna want to play my Necro or do I want to try like making a new character? And I might do that and see like as far as like what transfers over, kind of like what you were talking about.
dude, the Necro is sick. I'm sorry,
It's fun.
like
It's fun.
it's
It's fun.
definitely they. I mean, one thing that's different about the game is that they changed all the skills. Like they're not all the same
Yeah.
by any means,
Nope.
and they
Some of them are.
definitely.
Some of them are.
Well,
Like,
yeah. Okay, so like
Yeah.
strafe is the exact same for a demon hunter, but like they don't have vault anymore. They have something. They have like a grappling shot that like
Yeah,
propels
that like
them.
sucks compared to Vault, right?
It's totally shit compared to vault. Yeah, for sure. So, but then like they have but like there was I got a legendary item that if I use smoke screen, it smoke screens my entire team, which I thought was super
Ooh.
cool. Yeah, so like you can tell there's going to be a lot of like different variants of what you can do, and
Oh.
definitely oh, go ahead.
No, I would say that's also I was talking about earlier when Bash was talking about switching up the play styles or the whatever. Like with the Crusader, you start out with was it Falling Light, which is a 2-step ability where you set a spot and then you can immediately Falling Sword, or you immediately jump and drop down on that spot. Then you
Right.
get a legendary item that changes that from the jump and the drop to a three stage dash, where you dash forward and slice your sword instead.
Oh,
Exactly.
interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's and that's
that's-
and it's like, but it's like you can get that drastic of a change to an ability, or something small like where there's another legendary where you throw the shield and rather than just hitting one enemy, it bounces off of multiple enemies,
Or it
before it
spins.
comes back.
It spins
Or it
around.
spins.
Like,
Yeah,
hammered
exactly.
in, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
got
like, that's the
I
great
got
thing.
an item last night that allows the strafe to throw grenades instead of doing shots. I didn't get it because the other item was better, but it increased the damage on sentry by 10%. And I've got another thing that the sentries actually shoot rockets every 2
Oh,
shots.
nice.
So
Sentries
like
are fun. I like
sentries
sentries.
sentries are dirty, dude. They blow shit up. So I'm very much enjoying the Demon Hunter. I wish I had the ability to do more spells or more abilities. Like 4 is very limiting for that class because there's so many freaking good abilities. But it's easily my favorite. I love the Demon Hunter. So much fun. Necro's sick though because I love like the grappling ability where you just like you break out a scythe and you're like meleeing stuff, and then you get your skeletons and you can do like bone walls and
Mhm.
bone
Yeah, Bono's
spells.
gonna be
It's just
good for PvP.
the game's just cool as shit, man. It's Diablo, dude. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a faster, not buggy version of Diablo. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say it's not buggy.
Not
'cause
buggy
it's
version.
I don't know. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say it's like the combat doesn't seem that super buggy to me, other than the fact that when I'm playing on my computer, the shots are going the wrong direction. But like I said, when I was on the phone, that was not a problem. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Well, is there any last comments before we get into you close out the pod and get into our last thing of the day?
Oh yeah, I just realized we've been talking for an hour. And 20.
I
No,
don't know.
no,
Does
no.
anybody want to hear about all these controllers I have? Because they're like the Android ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
go
know,
for
like,
it. Go for
I
it.
can go through it real quick.
Go for it real
so,
quick.
So yesterday I got the Razer Kishi. It's like one of the most well-known ones, and it fits my phone with the case like barely. It's a snug fit. It's whatever. It doesn't have button mapping, which I think if you're gonna use one of these controllers, like you want, right? 'Cause,
Yeah, I
like,
can do that on the
you can
backbone for sure.
yeah, and like that's the best feature about it. So like there's this one which is Shax, and like it fits great in your hands. It has the most buttons out of all of them. It has button mapping, and it can fit like more phones and more cases. Unfortunately, I was looking at their page the other day, and it's like not available right now, which really sucks.
Uh-oh.
but it's like the best one. And then I got this one, the Game Sir, which is kind of like in the middle, and it's whatever. It's good. It does everything. But like the whole button mapping thing is amazing because like you can add so many different buttons. Like you can add a button for your mini map. You can add a button for like closing your menus. You can add a button for the codecs. You can add a button, and you can do other stuff like add turbo to keys if you want, like to be sure, because like sometimes your auto attack will like hinder you using a potion or your alt or something, and so if you put turbo on those buttons, then you'll get it like a split second sooner, whatever. But
What was the one you
it,
said was the second one that had the auto mapping, or that was the first one that had the auto button mapping?
Both of these two have button mapping, the Gamester and the Shacks. I think
The
it's
Shacks,
like,
I think. Was that the one you said was the better one, the best one? Was the
Yeah.
Shacks?
Yeah, and it also has something that the other two don't have. It has pressurized triggers, which is really awesome. Like if you play like a shooter or something. So like just overall, like it has the most buttons. It has that. It feels the best out of all three of them too. But
Real quick, I've been like just running through Dislyte and the BlueStacks in the background. I just picked up Nicole on Dislyte, which is like the best character out of the new characters that just launched. She gives it like she gives it like invincibility to everybody. So I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's just how it works. Like I was like, oh, well, I can't do anything because like I'm gated behind these characters. And now all of a sudden I just picked up the best characters that just lined up. Anyway,
I was gonna
And
ask.
they reel you back in.
Is she support? I think so. Yes.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it.
And they
The
reel
one
you
last
back in.
the one last accessory I've been using, I was telling Chef about this, I think the other day, is the stand that I have and I put on top of a box. And so I put my phone on this stand and it has a fan in it too. And so it's like perfect for playing mobile. Like so that's cuz those Bluetooth controllers, like I use those if I'm in bed, but normally I'm using the Switch controller and the stand so I can just play it kind of like it's a console game.
Yeah.
Which is great, and this thing was like $12 or $15 or some shit. It was
All the
super
accessories
cheap.
they got for phones now. Like phones are basically like the modern day Game Boys and
Right?
Yeah.
Game
Yeah.
Gears.
Better than they ever were, though.
Oh, way better than they ever were.
Mhm.
Holy shit! I think about like the Resident Evil Gaiden game that I paid $200 for, and I loaded it in. I was like, this is atrociously bad, and I'm we have come so far as gamer. I said that in like the retro gaming community. They're like, oh, it's not that bad. I thought it was a pretty good game. I'm like, dude. Have you? Do you have a phone? Have you played anything in the last 5 years?
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the I picked up the Backbone just to kind of piggyback off of Stan, because this is I need something iPhone only. This has like the Lightning port, and you can charge it as well while you're playing, which is great. The only thing that I dislike about this, is the fact that like the back's just a little bit too flat, as you can kind of see, like as opposed to a controller has like raised, so it's like it's hard to grip. Because like because I normally have to like put my hands, like my fingers like this in order to play it, and then use like these here, just because like it's hard to like hold on to for some reason. So it's just ergonomics, but otherwise I think functionality wise it's great. And I just found out that I put a link to, if anyone's interested in getting one, I put a link in our Discord. Essentially it's like a referral link that you get $10 and I get $10 to do some stuff. I'll put it in the pod as well. If anyone's interested, but like I think I can stream right to Twitch from this, while I'm playing it. So I'm gonna try that next week while I'm away in LA, because I'll have some time to play a little bit. But
oh yeah, you said you're gonna be in LA. It's funny, I'm gonna be right down the road in Carlsbad.
I don't know where that is.
It's between LA and San Diego.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm there all next week. So from Monday through Sunday. So it'll be fun. Anyway, so I wanted to do something. We haven't done this in a while. For our early listeners of the pod will know we used to do like trivia back in the day. So we're not doing trivia. We're doing something a little different. Since we've been talking about a lot of mobile games, I wanted to bring back something that we used to do like probably 2 years ago called Mobile Game or Bullshit, where I say like I give a couple of names. I'm going to give 10 names of mobile games, and we're going to say whether or not you guys think they're a mobile game or if they're bullshit. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Whether or not they're made up or whatever. So
Okay. Am
All right.
I in on this, or is it
Everyone's in on it. Everyone's
Okay.
playing except for me because I obviously wrote the list. So so with that, so I'm gonna hand it off to I'm gonna go in order of what I have here. So it's I got Hooch, I got Stan, I got Chef. So that's what's on my screen. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna have to mark the time down because I don't forget. Anyway, okay. So number 1, Traffic Tour, mobile game or bullshit?
Bullshit.
No, gotta go in order. Chef, it's Hooch, then
Alright,
Stan.
sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
mobile game.
sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
Traffic Tour. I'm gonna go mobile game.
Okay.
Mobile game.
Bullshit.
And I'm gonna give the list at the end of it, so we're not gonna give them
All right.
as we go. All right, so number 2, My Singing Monster, mobile game or bullshit?
Damn, that actually does sound like a mobile game. My Singing Monster. Yeah, I'm gonna go mobile game.
It does. Yeah, mobile game.
BS.
Okay. Number 3, Strike One Returned, mobile game.
Strike One
or bullshit?
returned. Oh Jesus. I know I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go bullshit.
I think that's a mobile game too.
Yeah, I'll go
It's-
with mobile
it
game.
totally
These-
sounds
I'm
like
going
it,
with
but
mobile
like,
I'm going
It gets
mobile game.
trust me,
They're
it gets
gonna
tough. It gets real tough. All right.
Wait, we're not on the tough ones already?
oh
No.
Jesus.
All right. Number 4, Armada Space Warfare.
Oh good God. No, I'm going bullshit.
I think that's a mobile game.
Yeah, I'm
too.
pretty sure I've seen that mobile game. I've seen
They're all
something with
mobile
Armada
games.
in it.
They're-
I've
yeah,
seen
that's-
something with Armada in it.
That's the trick. It's like they're all mobile games. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right. Number 5. The Room 3.
The Room 3. No, because I thought no, I'm gonna go bullshit.
I think that's bullshit too, because I think 2 is the only one I've seen, like the highest numbered one I've seen so far.
Mobile game.
So I think bullshit.
Chef
I'm going the
Sheedy, he's
opposite
looking
of-
him up.
I'm not looking anything up.
He's third in lines. We're gonna be like,
we gotta.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta all do that.
I'll,
for the
I'll,
rest
I'll,
of
play,
the
I'll play the rest of the game like this.
There we go. All right. Number 6, Crazy Office Slap and Smash.
Oh, that's definitely a
oh
fucking
yeah,
mobile
that's
game.
a mobile game.
That's a mobile game.
Mobile game.
That's way too specific.
what kind of mobile game is that?
All right.
I'm going mobile game.
All right. I guess everyone's going mobile game. Okay. All right. Number 7, King Clash Arena.
Oh man.
I think I've heard of that. That sounds familiar. I'm gonna go mobile game.
Mobile game.
Yeah, I'm going mobile game too. I'm pretty sure I've seen King Clash. I don't know if it says arena or not.
Ooh,
but-
is that the first one we've all agreed on?
No, you guys, the last two.
No, the second one.
The last two. Yeah. All right. Number 8, Pillow Fight Girls. Mobile game or bullshit?
Wait,
that's-
is Pornhub making games now? You know what? Because I want it to be a thing, I'm gonna go mobile game.
What was it called again? Pillow Fight Club?
Pillow Fight Girls.
Pillow Fight Girls.
Pillow Fight. Oh, God, that sounds like a mobile game, doesn't it? Do it, mobile game.
Yep, I'm going mobile game.
That's 3 in a row we agreed on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Number 9, Sally's Pony Ride.
No, I'm gonna go bullshit. Although it probably is. I'm just gonna go bullshit.
That sounds just specific enough to be a mobile game, I think.
I'm going bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one, Space Takeover Over City.
Dude, so that is a crazy enough game to where the translation would be bad, where I'm gonna go mobile game.
That's a good point. No, I think I'm gonna go bullshit on that one.
Can you say the name one more time?
Space Takeover Over City.
I'm going bullshit.
Okay. All right.
Brad
Ready?
Bang.
Here we go. Number 1, Traffic Tour. Indeed is a mobile game.
Motherfucker.
My Singing Monsters is indeed a mobile game.
Did I say BS?
You
Yeah,
said
you
BS.
did, you said-
Yep.
Yep.
Number 3, Strike One Returned is indeed bullshit. I made that one up.
No, I'm over 3.
Number 4, Armada Space Warfare is indeed bullshit.
No, I'm over 4.
Dang.
Fuck, man.
The Room 3, number 5, is indeed a mobile game.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
And you all got this one right too. The Crazy Office Slap and Smash is a mobile game. That was.
Oh yeah, it is, man.
I looked for like the most obscure thing I could find. I was like, I had to just put something that was just
Jesus.
the craziness.
Yeah.
All right, King Clash Arena is bullshit.
No, come
Oh.
on.
Man.
What is it then? Because there is a King Clash, like, isn't there?
It's
Right.
just called Clash Arena.
See, I knew he was going to do something like change the name slightly.
Slightly, yeah. I mean, I looked it all up, so I made sure that those are all like legit or not. So,
Damn, I'm 1 for 6. Fuck.
Hooch will be happy to hear that Pillow Fight Girls is indeed a game.
I knew it.
jeez.
I knew that was a game. That's too. There's too many sick fucks out there for that to not be a game. No
Yeah.
offense. No offense to anybody that likes that game. I'm just saying that gamers, they like some stuff. Okay, and that's cool.
I just saw a chat. Yes, Brad Bing. I am just naming off my hidden bookmark list now. Yes, exactly. And Sally's Pony Ride is indeed bullshit. So made
Did I
that
say
one.
Beals?
There's so many pony games though. It's just I was like, how do I do? There is a Sally's Ride, but it's not Sally's Pony Ride. So just change it ever so slightly. And finally, Space Takeover Over City is a real game. So
Oh,
that is a real mobile game. So
I did terrible, dude.
the
I think I
score
went 2 for 10 or something like that.
the score is
I didn't.
Hooch is 8, Stan is 4, and Chef is 4. So Hooch, you are the mobile
Dang.
game or bullshit winner for this OG podcast.
Gee, imagine that, the guy that works in the gaming development.
I've
world.
never heard of any of those.
No, I
games,
know,
so
but
there
it
you
just
go.
goes to show that your knowledge of bullshit when it comes to naming of video games is on another level, sir.
I tried to keep it as like, you know, as bullshitty as I could, and while also putting in some things that just like, there's no way this is a game. There's just no way. And then it's just like, no, and you're like, no, that 100% sounds like a mobile game. Like, all right. I like
I think
the translation error philosophy is the good way to go. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that's what I was going with. Like when it was too like specific and way
What,
off.
pillow
that, like,
fight
that's
girls?
Oh no, that was I'm a crazy sick fuck. No, but that was
No. I mean, do pillow fight? I feel like I saw a game not too long ago where it was girls pillow fighting. That's why, like, I
It just
figured that
seemed
was
like
a thing.
something. It just seemed like something that would totally be out there.
Yeah, amazing. So anyway, thank you all very much for joining us this week. I know we kind of like went way over time. Whatnot we normally do. We try to keep it to an hour, but I felt like there was a lot of good fun stuff to do since we're talking a lot of mobile game stuff. So, Hooch, thank you very much. Tell people where they can find the ANR pod.
Discord.me/ANR. I actually have the information now.
there he
That's where
goes.
you can find us. We're also on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the places you can get podcasts and whatnot.
Awesome. And Sam, where can people find you? I guess just on the OG Discord.
On the OG Discord and on the ANR Discord.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
Man
thank
in the Diablo alcoholic or Diabloholics
Anonymous.
meetings. Yes,
DAA.
Yep.
he's the ringleader, and yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, so we're just gonna roll into
Yeah, we're just
You
gonna roll
fell
into
off
there.
with that one.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Thank you all very much for coming out this time. We are the OG Podcast. You can find us at OG.podcast on Instagram. Our Twitter is OverachieversP. Our website is OGpodcast.fm, where you get this episode and every episode where we talk about what we're playing, what we're looking forward to, and a little bit of gaming news. Oh, I didn't really talk about gaming news at all. So, the only big thing that I know of is real quick, the PlayStation Plus monthly games are God of War, Shinobi Striker from Naruto, and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which is weird, but God of War is a big one.
To play that one.
God of War is
Yeah.
a big one.
Alright.
But just next month is going to be interesting because that's when the new PlayStation stuff takes over. So we'll see what happens then because it's all up in the air. We'll see. But anyway, thank you all for coming out. If you want to follow us on Twitch, if you're not already, when you can hit the notification when when we go live for streaming. It's twitch.tv/OG Podcast. And our Discord is discord.me/OG Podcast. Thank you all very much. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Peace.
All right.
Cool.
Sweet. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys again, and then thanks for everyone who came through for a stream. I think we had like 9 people at one point in chat, so that's fun. I was streaming to the Diablo Immortal channel, so we'll see what happens there. So, but all right, cool, awesome. Thanks guys again, and I'm gonna go prep and pack for my trip to LA, and then maybe I'll stream some Diablo Immortal.
Cool.
I don't know. We'll see.
Pretty cool.
Anyway, cool.
All right, guys.
I'm
Thank you, guys.
asking my friend. I'm asking my friend what the program is that he streams from off his phone. So I'll let you know whenever unless you already have something. That
I don't. I'm just gonna, I'll take it because it's just, anything I can do that's not having, the full setup. Because I literally my office. I mean, I'm in my office, but like my work computer's right here. It's just like I just don't want to be here for 14 hours a day.
Oh, bro, trust me, I know what you mean.
So I just like that's why I haven't been streaming because it's just mentally exhausting. But anyway, thanks everyone. We'll see you all in a few weeks and maybe later if I stream. So cool. See you all.
Later.
Cheers.
Later,
Bye.
guys.
See you guys.